Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So here is another video about uh, Pandas Basics series. So today we are going to talk about a group by function, so which is a very powerful function where you can group multiple columns and you can apply a aggregate function. So it would become an easy task for us to look at the data by grouping required columns together. And if I wanted to look at some mean or something like that, you can apply required aggregate function. So let me start this session by importing the pandas. So I'm importing the pandas as PD. Then here I just created a simple data set with teams. So basically, I have taken team names from IPL. So I have mentioned SRH, MI, and CSK. And so that is why I created a dictionary with a column name team. And in that column, I have SRH, MI, and CSK. And in my players list, I have mentioned some names alphabetical orderly. Then I have created it. So, excuse me. Okay. So this is how I created a dictionary. I named the dictionary as data with a team, player, and a points. Let's take a simple points table from the IPL. So something like that. I created a points table with three teams and six players and respective points. So I just wanted to convert this dictionary as a data frame. Then I applied pd.data frame and I passed this data. Then I am able to get this dictionary as a data frame. So here you can see teams column, player column, and number of points. So I have created intentionally two rows with a a single franchise or single team because it would help me to analyze or apply in different ways. So that is the reason why I'll talk about this in the later part of the video. So here it got completely converted into the data frame. So now I can able to apply this group by function with a required aggregate function. So here I wanted to group a team and I wanted to calculate the sum of the points because see I have two teams here. I have SRH two times repeated and MI repeated twice and CSK also repeated twice. So here I wanted to mm, get the sum of the points scored by each team. So that is where I can group it. So I'm naming a variable called grouped, and for group by function, you need to specify data frame dot group by the respective column. So here I wanted to group teams column with the points. So first the column, which one you wanted to group, then the two columns together, then the aggregate function. So if I run this, I'll be able to get the points. So see, now I'm successfully I'm able to group these two columns, teams and points, and by summing the points. Since SRH repeated twice, and some of the points are like 10 plus 20 is 30. Total points are 30. So similarly for MI, it is like 25 plus 15 is around 40, and similarly for CSK. So that is how you can group two columns and you can apply aggregate function. So basically, the use case for this function is like, so whenever you are working on any sales data, so if I wanted to get the sales data uh, for state wise and number of sales or sum of the sales, something like that. So you can group state or city by the number of sales or sum of the sales value. Then you can apply aggregate function like sum or count or mean average sale, something like that you can apply. So that is where you can use. This is simple data frame we are talking about, but the like in live data set where whenever we wanted to work on thousands of records, then it will be useful to look at the data easily. Like it will group the required columns together by taking the aggregate function. So this is a simple use case of group by. And so let's talk about this second one. Like, so if I wanted to group two columns, and I wanted sum and the mean. I wanted two aggregate functions. So in the above example, I just got the sum of the runs scored by that team. Now I wanted sum of the runs. Along with the sum of the runs, I wanted average runs also. So which is the mean. So this is how you can apply multiple uh, aggregate functions. So I wanted to group team column and points column and dot. Here I'm giving aggregate function some comma means because I wanted two aggregate functions. So I am giving those two aggregate functions in a list format. Some comma mean. So if I run this, so I'll be able to get uh, team and along with the team names I can able to get the sum of the runs scored by the respective team and also average runs. So if you look at the data, CSK's average or mean runs are like 15 and MI is 20 and SRH is 20. So that is how you can if you wanted to get multiple aggregate functions by grouping two columns together, you can use like this. This is one example of group by case, and the another example is like, so I wanted to group. So here we have taken two aggregate functions. Now I wanted to apply one aggregate function on two columns. That is also we can achieve by doing df.groupby. Here I need to pass the required uh, columns in a list format since I wanted to group points with the two columns, team and player. So that is why I passed two columns here. Then I'm grouping it with the number of points. Then I wanted sum. Then if I run this, I'll be able to get. See here you can able to get the team and the player name, and here the sum of the points from the each and every player. For example, if I take CSK, I have two players from the CSK. So first player scored 10 runs and second player 20 runs, something like that. So similarly for MI and SRH also. So this is how you can group multiple columns with a one column. You can group it and you can get the desired result. So this is one use case by using group by function. And I just wanted to create a customized function. Like I don't want to use any mean average. I have a different requirement. I wanted to create and I wanted to apply that my custom function as an aggregate function. So we can do that by using group by function. First, we need to define the custom function, which one we wanted. So here I'm just taking one small example where I'm defining this custom function and I'm passing a variable x and I'm instructing the machine to return x dot max and x dot min. I wanted to get the difference of x max and x minimum. So difference of the difference of maximum and minimum values. So that is what I just created a function, custom function, and I wanted a return value as a difference between minimum and maximum. So let's apply this function. So df dot group by, where I'm grouping team and points again, but this time I'm applying this custom function. Dot apply custom function. So let's run this. So here you can see the difference of runs. So let's take we have CSK two times, one for one player, Eve, and another for Frank. So minimum is 10 and maximum is 20. The difference is like 10, 20 minus 10. So that is how I got it. And for similarly for MI also, Charlie and David. The difference of maximum minus minimum is 25 minus 15 is like 10. Similarly for SRH is also 20 minus 10 is 10. So this is how you can create a customized function and you can apply on group by. Because sometimes we have different kind of requirements and we are not able to use the inbuilt functions where we wanted to create a customized function, then we have to create it, and by defining it then we can apply that uh, particular function in the group by. So that is how you can get the desired result. So that is one thing. So now I wanted to group, so I'm creating this df dot group by team. So I wanted to group by column team. Now I'm applying a for loop like name and group. in a group object. So I just wanted, let me run this, then I can able to explain. So here I grouped team-wise details, and I want a name and a group in group object. So for name, comma group in group object, print group name and the player name. So this is how team name and the player name and the points they scored. So this is how you can apply for loop also whenever you're working on a larger data set by using group by function. So let's talk about a use case where we really use this group by function in real world situation. For example, I created a dictionary where it has the columns of department, employee, salary. Then I am converted this dictionary into a data frame. Then I'm grouping this department and salary, and I wanted average salary of the department and also some of the salaries of the department. So that is why I grouped the department and salary, and I want average salary from this department and also the sum of the salary. So let's run this. So here I got it from the finance department. The average salary is like 65,000, and the sum of the salaries is 130K. So this is like a use case whenever we are working in any company. So we do have a different departments like finance, HR, like it could be anything. So as per the, if I wanted average salary from the department, or if I wanted the sum of the salaries from that particular department, so I can apply this group by function by grouping salary and the respective department, and I can apply aggregate functions like mean and sum. So this is like a real world example with a small data set. So now I wanted to apply multiple aggregations. I want a salary, average salary and sum, and also bonus also. If my company is providing some bonus, I wanted to see look at the bonus by department, how much, what is the average of the bonus amount, and what is the sum of the bonus amount from that respective department. This is how same data set, the above data set only, but this time I'm creating aggregations as a salary and bonus by mean and sum. Then here I'm applying group by department. I want details department wise. Then aggregate function I'm passing this aggregations. In these aggregations, I wanted salary by mean and sum, bonus by mean and sum. So let me run this. See here I will be able to get the department wise details where salary mean and sum, bonus mean and sum. So if I take a HR department, the mean salary is like 55K, and the sum of the salary from entire department of HR is like 1K, sorry 110K, and they got a bonus like 10%. It shows the 10% bonus. They have 5500, and so here also the sum of the bonuses are like uh, 11K, something like that. So you can, this is how you can group salaries or bonuses together by grouping a department column. So this is also one of the use case. So this is like, it looks simple, but it plays a vital role whenever we are working on a larger data set where I wanted to look at the data clearly, like department wise and team wise, sometimes team wise. In team also we do have a sub team, so I wanted to look at the data like all sub team category wise. Then we can apply these kind of conditions and we can get the required details. So and the next case is like grouping multiple aggregations like here. So same data set as we discussed above, so same thing, and I wanted to group by department and calculate the mean salary for each department. So because we have HR two times repeated, and IT department is also twice, finance department is also repeated twice. Then if I wanted to look at the salary for each department and mean salary, so that is where I'm creating a new column by applying this group by function on department and salary. And I just wanted to transform this mean so that it could be added to this column. then I can able to print a new column. So let me run this and see. See here, I'll be able to get a new column, mean salary. So mean salary by department wise. See, this is the department details and employee details and salary. This is our existing data set, a department employee salary bonus. And along with that existing data frame. So I created a new column by applying this data group by function for mean salary. So this is where I applied mean, then average salaries I got it from department wise and also employee. So that is a one case. And if I wanted to filter groups based on a condition, so in that case also we can apply this group by function. So same data set I have taken. So same department, employee, salary, bonus, same similar data set. Then I wanted to group by department and filter groups where the average salary is greater than 65,000. 65K. If it is more than 65K, then I wanted that data only because if I wanted to work on a larger data set where there are thousands of employees are there, I wanted to look at the salaries, or I wanted to filter the data whose salary is more than 65,000 on monthly basis. That is where we can apply this kind of function like a df dot group by. I wanted the details from the department column, then I'm filtering. So now here I'm applying a small function, a lambda function. I wanted x salary mean value which is greater than 65,000. So let me run this. Then I got the ranks because I created a new column by applying this oh, sorry, this one, mean value. So out of all these details, I have only second row and third row, which is satisfies the condition. Whose salary is more than 65K. Salary is 70K here, which is 80K. That is why we got this is a filtered data set after applying this condition. So look at the data which is less than here 50,000, less than 65, less than 65, more than, less than, more than. Okay, so this is how we can achieve or we can filter the data. So the another thing is like if I wanted to group and rank them. So same data set I'm taking. This time I'm creating a new column called rank, and I wanted to rank uh, the like persons with their salaries, which is like some category whose salary is more than the particular threshold limit. I wanted to give them one rank whose salary is less than the threshold amount. I want to give them like rank to something like that. So this is where I applied. I wanted to group this department and salary, then dot rank. And I wanted it ascending order is equal to false because I wanted in a descending order rank. So this is how I able to create it. Then the one rank is like the salary is, see, this is how it got taken like 60,000, above 60,000 it got ranked as one, and the 60 below is ranked two. This is 50. Okay, so sorry. I'm since I'm grouping department and salary together, so that is the reason why in the same department, so we have two people whose salary is high, whose salary is less. So this is ranking department wise, not entire data set. So in the same department, so I have a person with 60K and a person with 50K. So obviously the person who is getting higher salary is ranked as one, and the other person is ranked as two. Similarly for who is getting higher salaries in the other department is ranked one, and other person is ranking two. That is how you can get or you can apply this group by using ranking method, so that we can able to see whose salary, who's taking the higher salary and who is getting a lower salary, something like that we can get. And the another thing is like similar data set. So if I wanted to group department and count the occurrences of employee within the each department, because see, if I take the above data set. So I have two members from HR department and two members from IT department and also two members from finance department. So I wanted to count to them how many times I mean how many persons are there from that particular department. So that is your employee count. DF group by department. Then you can use this come count plus one because it is repeated. It will count the next associate. If second person is there, it will add plus one, something like that. So if I run this code, you will be able to see that. See from the HR department, the first person. So if it went to the first person, then it is one. Then if it is go to the second, then the second person is from the same department. That is why it is two. Similarly, from IT and finance department, since we have only two employees from the each department, so that is the reason why it is showing two maximum value. So that is how you can filter the data. And the next thing is like if I wanted to create a pivot table, shows the sum of the salaries and bonus for each department. So this is also so from the same data set. So the syntax for the pivot tables is like so you wanted to write df dot pivot table, then you need to mention the indexes. The index is nothing but the left hand side rows, which one you wanted from the left hand side. So I wanted departments, so that is why I index values I am giving is department and values. What values you are looking at? I wanted to look at the salaries and the bonuses, so that is why I am giving these two columns in a list. Since I wanted for the two columns, then aggregate function I wanted sum of salaries, sum of bonus. So this is how you can achieve. So finance department, the sum of bonus is 13 and salary like something like this. So this is how you can apply a pivot table. That is one thing. And time intervals in time series data. For example, I have a time related or date related time series data. So I wanted to apply group by function on time series data. So this is my simple data set where I have dates and sales. So I'm giving that a range by using pd.date range where you can the range of dates it will print. So here I'm giving starting date is 1/1/2020 and I'm giving periods as 10 and frequency is like M. So and sales I'm giving 200, some sales I'm giving. So let me look at the data frame so that I'll be able to explain clearly. So so the way I created is, so here you can see the dates. So here this range pd.date range, I instructed us take the dates from 1/1/2022, take 10 periods. So like next 10 days. So that is how it, and sorry, next 10 months. And frequency I'm giving month wise. So that is the reason. The first one is it is printing from 1/1/2020 month data, then next month till period, it will take 10 periods, 0 to 9, 10 periods, and also respective sales. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, something like that. So I have this sales data. If I wanted to apply, so this is a simple thing. Again, I just wanted to have a year. New, though I created a new column year by using dt.year. So that was discussed in the earlier. So whenever you're working on a date series, so you can get it by using .dt.year. Then you'll be able to extract the year from the date. And I'm grouping years and sales. I wanted some of the sales. So since I'm talking about the only 2020, so only 2020 I got, and the sum of the sales, all the sum of the sales is 2460. So this is how you can work on a time interval in a time series data, like grouping sales with year on year, month on month, or period on period, something like that you can do, and you can apply a aggregate function. And this is another thing, and the last example in a group by function. So where I have data region-wise product and sales, north, south, east, and also I have some products. So I have created a basic data here. And now I just wanted to group region and product, same this region and product by with the sales, and I wanted some of the sales. So this is the same example, but we have which we discussed earlier with the other example, but I'm just explaining with a different data set. So this is how you can group, but this time I'm taking a region wise. So there we talked about a team wise data. So something like that. So this is how you can apply group by function on a multiple columns, and by applying multiple aggregate functions, you can achieve the required results. Whatever is your requirement, you can apply it, and you can able to get the results by using this group by function. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you like this video. So please do subscribe the channel, and and if you have any questions, please do comment on the video. Thanks, everyone. Bye.